Good afternoon and welcome into the WMU Soccer Complex, where today it's a MAC showdown between the Buffalo Bulls and the Western Michigan Broncos. Hello everybody and thank you for joining me. I'm Connor Klingen. Today's game brought to you by Bronco Productions. Both of these teams off to a great start to the season. Buffalo at 7-1. They have won 7 straight contests, looking to tie the program record with an 8th straight win today. 1-0 in the MAC after defeating Northern Illinois 5-0 on Friday night. The Broncos at 7-2, 1-0 in the MAC after winning in overtime against Akron on Friday night. 5-0 at home is head coach Sarah Stancic. In her first season, came over from DePaul, was an assistant that primarily focused on the defensive side. And thus far, Western Michigan has been very strong defensively. 5 shutouts. Hannah Sargent, the goalkeeper for the Broncos, leading the MAC in shutouts. But Buffalo with a strong keeper themselves. Emily Kelly last week was the MAC Defensive Player of the Week. She's leading the MAC in save percentage at .875. Has 35 saves on the season. So Buffalo doing it on the defensive side, but also on the offensive side. The Bulls lead the MAC with 21 goals. Coming into today's contest, the next team is at 17. Sean Burke, the head coach for Buffalo in his 5th season back in 2014, his first year at the helm, Buffalo won the MAC championship. The Bulls have been picked to finish 4th in the conference this season in the preseason poll. Western Michigan picked to finish 9th, but so far, as I mentioned, the Broncos with 7 wins already at this point, had just 10 all of last season. So Sarah Stancic off to a very strong start to her Western Michigan career. The Broncos will have the first touch of this afternoon's match. Starting off with Alyssa Burke. Alyssa Burke was first team All-MAC back in 2016 when she had 4 goals and 6 assists. Thus far this season, already 3 goals and 2 assists for 8 total points. Burke and Otteson are on the ball and ready to get things started here from the WMU Soccer Complex on a beautiful fall afternoon. Morgan Otteson in the midfield getting her first career start, has played in all 9 games thus far, but today the first start for the freshman Otteson. McCartney will play it out of the back end for the Broncos. Now up ahead for Buffalo, back the other way for Burke. Possession will be awarded to the Broncos. Here's Victoria McCartney on the near side of the field. First minute of play. There is no score bug today, so I will keep everybody updated in terms of the score and the time. Thus far, no scores. Here's Alyssa Burke with it. Up ahead for Colleen McKay. McKay with space, rips a shot just wide to the left. A dangerous opportunity early on for the Broncos as McKay found some space, had plenty of room to fire away that shot, but was wide of the net. So now Emily Kelly, the freshman goalkeeper, will have the goal kick. What a start to her career as a freshman. Came in right away, given the starting job. And as I mentioned, leading the MAC in save percentage at .875 thus far. Played onto the back end. Paige Dobbs having a little trouble. Will play it back for Sargent, who boots it downfield. 43 minutes left to play in this first half. Second MAC game for both of these teams. Both at 1-0 in the conference so far. Played their first games Friday night. Buffalo with that 5-0 win at Northern Illinois. And Western Michigan with a thrilling overtime win against Akron on Friday night. Battle for possession in the midfield, and the Bulls able to come away with it. This is Caitlin Walsh. Walsh being battled, plays back for Van Kuyk. Now it's Cutrona. Carissima Cutrona leading the MAC in goals and points thus far this season. Cutrona already with 19 points on the year. She had 18 last season when she was first team All-MAC. And here is Cutrona up the left side. Now it's Walsh with it. Walsh loses the battle for the ball, and it's back for Alyssa Burke for Western Michigan. 42 minutes to play. First half, no score between Buffalo and Western Michigan, but here may be a chance for the Bulls. Nice play by Burke to take it from a charging Walsh. Now looking to play it up the field for Otteson. And this will be played back to Emily Kelly, the keeper for Buffalo. Hannah Sargent will come out of the box to play this one. Sargent, the sophomore from Lewis Center, Ohio, has allowed just 7 goals in the first 9 games of the season, and as I mentioned, leads the MAC in shutouts with 5 so far this year. Van Kuyk will take the throw-in for Cutrona. Now looking up ahead for Barbarick. And once again, Sargent will play it down the field for Western Michigan. Barbarick goes down to the ground. Foul called against Western Michigan. So it'll be a free kick for the Bulls in a dangerous area. And Georgina Jandu will come up to take it. Last season, Jandu was first team All-MAC from her center back spot. A major threat on set pieces. 5 assists already on the season. Just over 40 minutes left to play in the first half. No score between Buffalo and Western Michigan. And Jandu about to take the free kick. Trying to bend this one, but it goes well high over the crossbar. And Western Michigan will have a goal kick. Hannah Sargent will take this. Played forward initially by the Bulls. Now Alyssa Burke with it. Burke looking for some space. Trying to find Hannah Kahn on the left side. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Buffalo. This will be a corner kick for Western Michigan. Grace Labadie will take the corner, and Labadie has been tremendous on corner kicks. Her corner on Friday night led to the game winner against Akron. Into the box, played by Kelly, now on the foot of Burke. Burke with a low shot, and she scores! Alyssa Burke puts Western Michigan on the board. Just about 6 minutes into this one, a quick goal for the Broncos. And Burke has her 4th of the season. An impressive start for Western Michigan, a Buffalo team, one of the best defensively in the conference, and Emily Kelly, one of the best goalkeepers in the MAC, but Alyssa Burke able to give Western Michigan an early lead here at home. Well, I mentioned just before she took the corner kick, Grace Labadie had been very dangerous on those corners. It wasn't the initial touch, but Burke eventually was able to come away with the ball and found some space, and her shot on the ground got by Kelly. Buffalo looking to respond now. It's Burke back with it. Quite a battle there between Burke and your check, and now Burke comes up limping a bit here. Really unfortunate to see, especially just after scoring the goal. Sarah Stancic comes out onto the field. Alyssa Burke, such an important part of this Broncos team. The goal she scored just over a minute ago tied her for the team lead in goals with 4, and she also took over the team lead in points with now 10 on the season. So not a player that the Broncos can afford to lose in the midfield. But she is back up on her feet. Definitely a good sign. Running it out a bit, and she will jog. See if she will stay in here, head to the sideline. She is heading to the sidelines for the time being, but it looks like she may be able to come back into this one. But good to see her fully jogging back to the sideline for Western Michigan. Actually, she's going to stay on the game. She just jogged to the sideline briefly, but she'll come right back on. Buffalo with possession here. Here's Van Kuyk on the left side, defended by Labadie. Now Walsh. Walsh near the corner. In a battle for the ball, turned back over to the Broncos. Now Otteson, defended by Jandu. Jandu able to take it away. Now it's back for Van Kuyk. Jandu up ahead for Cutrona. Cutrona for Barbaric. And this is out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Buffalo. 37 minutes left to play in the first half. 1-0 Western Michigan with the lead as Alyssa Burke scored at 6:02. This possession will be awarded to the Broncos here. Paige Dobbs will take the free kick for WMU. Rather switches sides there with Jane Labadie. And there you saw Victoria Kriakopoulos. Kriakopoulos scored her first career goal on Friday night, and that was the game winner in overtime to give the Broncos the 1-0 win over Akron. Now some space for McCartney. That touch just harmlessly rolls into the hands of Emily Kelly, the keeper for Buffalo. Kelly will roll it out to Jandu. Jandu attempting to play it to herself there, but ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Broncos. McCartney looking for Otteson. Goes long there. Now Burke with it. Back ahead, Otteson. Otteson on the outside for Labadie. Labadie crossing into the box. Now a shot is blocked away. And this will go out of bounds. They will say it was last touched by Buffalo. So it'll be a corner for Western Michigan, their second of the game. The first goal that was scored by Alyssa Burke came off a corner. And Grace Labadie will take it once again. Out for Colleen McKay. McKay with a low shot. Now a chance, and the ball goes just wide of Paige Dobbs. They will say that was last touched by the Bulls, so another corner here for the Broncos. Labadie will take it again. Just over 34 minutes left in the first half. 1-0 the lead for Western Michigan. Here's Labadie's corner. Into the box. Misses the initial header and cleared out of trouble by Buffalo. And now McKay with it. Played back into the midfield. Here's McCartney. McCartney in a battle. She goes down to the turf. Foul called against Buffalo. Labadie will take the free kick. Grace Labadie from Kalamazoo. Her and her sister Jane both played for Loy Norrix High School. Labadie chips it into the box, but right into the hands of Emily Kelly. Kelly rolls it out for Caitlin Walsh. Now played back to the back end of the Broncos. Little miscommunication there between Otteson and Labadie, as Otteson thought that Labadie would be heading down the field. Instead, it will go back to the Bulls. Kick downfield, collision there, and down to the grass is Yurchak for Buffalo, but she's back up on her feet. Now this is played into the box. It'll take one bounce into the hands of Emily Kelly. 12.5 minutes have passed here from the WMU Soccer Complex. Western Michigan leading Buffalo 1-0 after the goal by Alyssa Burke just over 6 minutes into this one. Here is Burke. Burke looking ahead for Hannah Kahn. They will say she was offside. Free kick for Buffalo off of the offsides. Barbarek had it momentarily taken by McCartney for Western Michigan. Now Labadie with it. Grace Labadie avoids trouble and ahead for Alyssa Burke. Burke defended tightly, trying for Otteson on the run on the right side. Otteson with the cross into the hands of Kelly. And early on, Western Michigan, has been controlling possession. Buffalo has had to fend off quite a few chances from the Broncos, and Western Michigan has already put one in the net. Here's Paige Dobbs down the field for Otteson. Otteson for Labadie. Labadie with the through pass and offsides. A beautiful through ball there, but Hannah Kahn was offsides. Nearly 15 minutes have passed here at the WMU Soccer Complex. Western Michigan leading 1-0. The goal by Alyssa Burke 6 minutes into this one. Buffalo Bulls leading the MAC Conference in goals coming into today's game with 21, but they haven't been able to get a consistent attack going so far. May have a chance here with a throw-in in the Western Michigan third. Rebecca Bramble will take the throw-in for the Buffalo. Bramble's throw-in misses her teammate and into the hands of Hannah Sargent. This Buffalo offense can strike quickly. Friday night they scored 3 goals in 53 seconds early in the second half against Northern Illinois. But here's a chance for the Broncos. Labadie into the box for Otteson. Otteson couldn't corral it. Now Kahn with a shot, it's blocked. Burke with it just outside the box. Now it's back for Kahn. Now across, looking for Otteson. She chips it in. It's 2-0 Broncos. Morgan Otteson, her first career start, and she scores her 3rd goal of the season. An early 2-0 lead for the Broncos. Give the assist to Colleen McKay. McKay with her second assist. So 2-0 Broncos early on in this one. A great start against a Buffalo team that had been very stingy defensively. Buffalo currently riding a 7-game win streak, but early on that looks to be in jeopardy as the Broncos' attack has been relentless. As this goes out of bounds, it'll be a goal kick for Buffalo. Emily Kelly will take the goal kick. 16 and a half minutes have passed here at the WMU Soccer Complex. 2-0, the lead for Western Michigan. And what could really be a statement performance in the second MAC game for head coach Sarah Stancic and Western Michigan. Here's Hannah Kahn. Kahn on the far side. Briefly lost possession. Now it's back for Buffalo. Barbarick will bring it ahead for the Bulls. And this pass goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Western Michigan. Here's Barbarick. Not much room for her, and a weak shot attempt is played by Sargent. But as I mentioned, a Buffalo offense that can strike very quickly, 3 goals in 53 seconds on Friday night, and that was the quickest span for 3 goals in the NCAA since 2005, when Notre Dame scored 3 goals in 51 seconds. So quite an outburst in DeKalb on Friday night. So, of course, Sarah Stancic and Western Michigan maybe not as comfortable with a 2-0 lead as you normally would be. Jandu on the back end. Over for Van Kuyk. Now it's Judas with it. Van Kuyk ahead for Barbaric. Barbaric looking for Catrona. Now it's Yurchak with it. Barbaric in a battle there with Kriakopoulos, and it's back for the Broncos. Alyssa Burke with space. Looking ahead for Kahn, and Emily Kelly comes out of the box to play this one. McKay across the field for Labadie. Grace Labadie with the initial touch, and then Jandu able to clear it out of the box. Otteson, who already scored earlier, the second goal for the Broncos, and then a long shot by Alyssa Burke is lofted in the air and into the hands of Kelly. Just about 20 minutes have gone by here at the WMU Soccer Complex. Western Michigan leading 2-0 in their second MAC game of the season. Both of these teams at 1-0 in the MAC after victories on Friday night. Here's McCartney, now Labadie. Labadie looking ahead for Otteson. Played back now for Burke. Burke on the right side. And this is kicked out of bounds by Van Kuyk. Throw in here for the Broncos. Victoria McCartney will take it. McCartney in for Otteson. Otteson with the cross. Over the head of Kahn. Now it's Colleen McKay. McKay, who assisted on that second goal by Otteson. McCartney with the cross in. Looking for Burke. Now it's McKay. Now Labadie. A save by Kelly. And they will say offsides before that occurred regardless. Third time Western Michigan has been caught offside so far this afternoon. On a breezy fall day in Kalamazoo. Burke in the midfield will play it back for Paige Dobbs. Now McCartney on the near side of the field. McCartney trying to evade a defender. And it's taken away by Judas. Possession awarded to Buffalo. 22 minutes gone by in this second MAC game for Buffalo and Western Michigan. The Broncos leading it 2-0. An early goal by Alyssa Burke in the 6th minute. And then another goal for the Broncos in the 16th minute by Morgan Otteson. Here's Sugiyama. Taken away back for Buffalo. Cutrona with it in the midfield. And this pass too far for Barbaric. Taken by Hannah Sargent. Buffalo with just 2 shots so far in the afternoon. Friday night, Western Michigan outshot Akron 18-8, but that game did end up going to overtime, where Victoria Kriakopoulos scored the game winner. Here's Burke. Now it's McKay. McKay for Kahn on the run on the left side. Kahn with some space in the box. Crossing for Otteson. Otteson had the initial touch. And now Jandu may have taken a shot there. But she's back up on her feet. And it'll be a goal kick for Emily Kelly. Emily Kelly, last week's MAC Defensive Player of the Week. Just a freshman, but has started all 8 games so far for Buffalo.
Subbing in for Buffalo, number 14, Taylor Caridi.
Buffalo with a substitution, Taylor Caridi coming on. Caridi, the freshman from Stroudsburg, PA, has 1 assist on the season. Here's Kriakopoulos for Labadie. Labadie loses it as Van Kuyk steals it away for Buffalo. Now Cutrona. They're looking to get it to Cutrona. Battle for possession here. And Buffalo player down after the header there. That's Yurchek, but she's back up on her feet. Now Labadie on the right side, looking to cross it off of Judas and out of bounds. Andrea Judas, the freshman from Lancaster, New York, on the defensive end for Buffalo. Now McCartney with the throw-in for Otteson. Otteson back for McCartney. Cross for Kahn. Kahn plays it back for McKay. Now Grace Labadie. Labadie loses it as Jando, the first-team All-MAC center back, takes it away. She brings it up the field for the Bulls. Now it's Caridi. Over for Judas. And we'll see who they give possession here to. They'll say last touch by Western Michigan off of McCartney. Throw in for the Bulls. Adriana Van Kuyk will take it. 2-0 the score. Just under 19 minutes remain in the first half.
Checking in for Buffalo's number 15, Mairead Martin. And for Western Michigan, number 28, Tanya Vucinovic.
And Mairead Martin will come on for Buffalo, while Tanya Vucinovic comes on for Western Michigan. Vucinovic, a freshman from Ontario. Caridi on the left side of the box. Now Judas. Judas looking for the cross. Off the foot of McCartney, out of bounds. And now Buffalo with the chance on the corner kick. Georgina Jandu will take the corner. Set pieces are the specialty for Jandu. Has 5 assists on the season. Here is the corner. Hannah Kahn has it for the Broncos, clears it out of the dangerous area. And now Bramble with it at the midfield for Buffalo. Bramble downfield. Sargent comes up to play this one. A little danger there as Caridi was in the area. "17 minutes left in the first half, 2-0 Western Michigan. First goal was by Alyssa Burke. 6 minutes and 2 seconds into this match. Otteson takes it away, looking for the cross. Nobody there for the Broncos. Bramble plays it ahead for Buffalo. And a foul called there against Cutrona. And Cutrona will be issued a yellow card. First of the match on either side. Carissima Cutrona, the leader in the MAC in points. 19 on the season. She had 18 last year when she was first team All-MAC. 6 goals and 7 assists for Cutrona, but has been relatively quiet today. And issued a yellow card here with just over 16 minutes to play in the first half. Buffalo with the takeaway, but back for McCartney. Here's Vucinovic. Vucinovic for Burke. Burke on the right side. Burke with the takeaway now. Looking to cross. Cleared out by Bramble. Now Caridi looking up the field. This will be taken away by the Broncos. Hannah Khan looking for Otteson on the run, and Jandu able to play it out of danger. Now taken by Khan. Khan looking for Vucinovic. Not enough on that pass. Now Cutrona. Nothing doing there as the Broncos play it back to Sargent. Here's Vucinovic. Trying to get around Judas. Now McKay. McKay looking for Kahn. Kahn with space on the left side of the box, trying for the cross for Otteson. Western Michigan wanted a handball. It's not called. Now a couple of substitutions.
Checking in for Western Michigan is number 2, Hannah Redout. And for Buffalo, number 13, Abby Callahan.
Hannah Redout coming in for Western Michigan, and Abby Callahan on for Buffalo. Callahan, 5'6" freshman from Rochester, New York. Twin sister Hannah, also a member of the Bulls. And Redout, the sophomore from Shelby, Michigan. Just under 14 minutes left here in the first half. Western Michigan leads it 2-0. Early goal was scored by Alyssa Burke at 6:02. And then the second goal for the Broncos scored by Morgan Otteson just over 16 minutes into this one. Here's Van Kuyk. Now for Judas. As ball rolls out of bounds. Throw in for the Broncos. Western Michigan at 7-2, a 5-0 record here at the WMU Soccer Complex, looking to end Buffalo's 7-game winning streak. Bulls trailing by 2 goals. We're trying to match today the program record for a winning streak. That would be 8 wins, which happened back in 2014 when they won the MAC championship. That was in head coach Sean Burke's first season at the helm in Buffalo. Bulls with a quick throw in for Catrona, and she is quickly taken off the ball. McCartney down the field, played forward by Jandu. Now Kriakopoulos. Alyssa Burke looking ahead for Vucinovic. Vucinovic able to keep the ball in bounds. Now Kriakopoulos looking for the cross. Taken away by the Bulls. Looking ahead for Caridi. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Buffalo. 11 and a half minutes to play in the first half, a 2-0 lead for Western Michigan. They have outshot Buffalo 5-2, and the Bulls do not yet have a shot on goal. Western Michigan leading 2-0 in that category. And both of the Broncos' shots on goals have found the back of the net. Here's Jandu. Crossfield pass for Van Kuyk. Now it's Judas. And Judas has some space. Now Caridi. Caridi just outside the box. Plays for Van Kuyk. Van Kuyk in a battle with Vucinovic, able to get around her. Now Van Kuyk will rip a shot wide to the left.
Subbing in for Western Michigan, number 9, Bailey Corhorn, and number 11, Lydia Badgema.
And 2 substitutes coming on for the Broncos. Bailey Corhorn, who's tied for the team lead with 4 goals, and also Lydia Badgema. Just about 10 minutes left here in the first half. The Broncos with a 2-0 lead, but as I mentioned earlier, this Buffalo offense can strike quickly, so the Broncos will not be content to keep that lead at 2 goals, continuing their relentless attack. Buffalo is not a team that is easy to keep off the ball, but Western Michigan has done an outstanding job defensively today, especially against Carissima Catrona. Here's McCartney for Burke. Now Vucinovic on the right side. Battle for possession near the sideline. Eventually taken away by Buffalo. Judas taken off the ball. Now Jandu with it. Jandu for Martin, across the field. Abby Callahan will take the throw-in. Bramble looking ahead. And the Bulls will play it back to Tess Ford. Now Jandu. Jandu able to hold on to it. Now Van Kuyk. She'll play it back to Emily Kelly, the freshman goalkeeper. 8:40 to play in the first half. Western Michigan leading it 2-0. Early goal was scored by Alyssa Burke. Second goal for Western Michigan scored by Morgan Otteson. Foul called here against Western Michigan on the challenge attempt. It'll be a free kick for the Bulls with about 8 minutes to play in this first half. As I mentioned, Buffalo yet to register a shot on goal. As Jandu will once again take the set piece. Into the box. Hannah Sargent falls to the ground and makes a diving save. What a rebound chance that was, as the initial free kick went off the hands of Sargent. And then that shot attempt, Sargent was able to make another dive and just barely got a hand on it and out of bounds, so a corner kick for Buffalo. Mairead Martin had a great look there. Now the corner. Into the box, headed forward. Now a high shot over the crossbar, and the Broncos able to avoid danger there. The best chance of the afternoon for Buffalo. Their first two shots on goal.
Rosie Chieme and number 16 for Buffalo, Carly Zocali.
As Rosie Chieme will come in for Western Michigan, and Carly Zocali on for Buffalo. Chiame, the junior from Brampton, Ontario, and Zocali, the junior from Henrietta, New York, for Buffalo. Just under 6.5 minutes left here in the first half. A 2-0 lead for Western Michigan. Both of these teams looking to stay undefeated in the MAC. And Buffalo with a 7-game win streak on the line, looking to tie the program record for the longest win streak. That is in major jeopardy here as we head towards the end of the first half. Here is Chiame. Back for Burke. Burke just outside the box, working towards the middle of the field. Her shot takes a couple of bounces into the hands of Emily Kelly. Jandu for Van Kuyk. Van Kuyk to Catrona. Now Caridi plays it back for Bramble. Bramble creating some space. Now it's to Catrona. Catrona just to the right of the box. Shot coming in there, not much on it, as the save is easily made by Hannah Sargent. Broncos will have a throw in here. Victoria McCartney will take it. Under 5 minutes to play first half. And a 2-goal lead here at home for Western Michigan. Caridi on it now for the Bulls. Quickly taken away by the Broncos. And Paige Dobbs plays it back for Hannah Sargent. Sargent with a line drive, headed initially by Vucinovic. Now it is Alyssa Burke with it. Burke looking for Vucinovic on the run. Will she be able to track this one down? No. Jandu able to play it ahead for Van Kuyk. Burke on the right side. Looking for Vucinovic near the right corner. And this will roll out of bounds. Goal kick for Buffalo. Under 4 minutes to play first half. 2-0 Western Michigan leading the Buffalo Bulls, who came into Kalamazoo today with a record of 7-1. Second MAC game for both of these teams. Buffalo coming off a dominant 5-0 win in DeKalb Friday night against Northern Illinois. Western Michigan won in overtime here Friday night against Akron. Free kick coming here for the Broncos. Chiame will take it. Chiame's free kick. Cleared out of danger by Buffalo. Now here is Chiame. Chiame looking for Vucinovic. Stolen away by the Bulls. So Kali ahead for Caridi. Caridi loses it for Chiame. And Chiame plays it back for McCartney. Battle for possession here. As Dobbs kicks this one out of bounds. Throw in for the Bulls. In for Caridi. Now Chiame not able to corral that pass in the midfield. And Bramble will take it for Buffalo. Back for Hannah Callahan. Cross field for Van Kuyk. Van Kuyk plays it back for Jandu. Bulls have been able to create more consistent possession in the last 10 minutes or so. As a foul is called against Western Michigan. Quick free kick. And Hannah Sargent able to play that one. Minute and a half left to play in the first half. 2-0 Western Michigan with the lead. The early goal by Alyssa Burke at 6:02, and the second goal by Morgan Otteson coming at 16:13 in this first half. Emily Kelly, the keeper for Buffalo, came in averaging, allowing just .64 goals per game, already 2 in this first half for Western Michigan.
1 minute remaining, 1 minute.
But after early on, Western Michigan dominated possession and the offensive statistics. Buffalo has now outshot the Broncos 7-6, and both teams even in shots on goal with 3 apiece. It's out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Broncos. 30 seconds left to play in this first half. And Hannah Sargent will take her time with this one, as the Broncos will be very happy at halftime with a 2-0 lead over this Buffalo team that came in on a 7-game win streak. Picked to finish 4th in the MAC. Western Michigan picked to finish 9th in the MAC in the preseason. Final seconds of the half as this ball goes in the air and will run out the final seconds of the first half. Western Michigan with an outstanding performance in the first 45. They lead 2-0 after the early goal by Alyssa Burke at 6:02, and the second goal scored by Morgan Otteson at 16:13. We will have second half action right here, so stick with us. This game is being presented by Bronco Productions. Welcome back to the WMU Soccer Complex. Western Michigan leading Buffalo 2-0 after the first half. Alyssa Burke scoring the first goal for the Broncos and Morgan Otteson scoring the second for WMU. They really controlled in that first half of the first half, but then Buffalo started to make a charge in the later stages of that first half, and we'll see if that momentum carries over a bit to this second half. There's a sense of urgency for Buffalo trailing by 2 goals. The Bulls are riding a 7-game win streak, but obviously that is in major jeopardy here with the 2-goal deficit to start the second half. Buffalo coming off of a 5-0 victory Friday night against Northern Illinois in its first MAC game. And Western Michigan won Friday night in overtime against Akron here in Kalamazoo. And the Broncos looking to improve to 6-0 at home under first-year head coach Sarah Stancic. The Bulls will start with possession in the second half. Yurchak will get things started. And we are underway in the second half. Here is Bramble. Now Hannah Callahan. This is cleared out by the Broncos. Alyssa Burke plays it forward off the foot of Otteson, as now Kelly will collect and reset things for Buffalo. Rolled out to Jandu. Now Burke for Labadie. Labadie looking ahead for Otteson on the right side. Jandu able to get to this ball first. Now Tess Ford with it for the Bulls. 44 minutes to play, second half, 2-0 Western Michigan. Broncos scoring 2 goals in the first 16 minutes of this match. Buffalo will be awarded a free kick. Jandu will take it. Over on the left side, crossed into the box. Cleared out of danger by the Broncos, but Buffalo able to collect it once again and restart things. Here's Labadie. As now Hannah Kahn was on the run. But this just ends up on the foot of Emily Kelly, the keeper for Buffalo. Kelly was last week's MAC Defensive Player of the Week. But a tough start for her early in this one as the Broncos have already put 2 past her. Battle for possession. Buffalo will play it back to the midfield with Callahan. Now Tess Ford down the field. Burke will chip it forward for Otteson. Otteson with Jandu playing her tightly. Otteson able to win possession. Otteson into the box. Rips a shot blocked initially. Now another chance from Labadie. Went off of a body high in the air into the hands of Kelly. But a foul called here against Buffalo. Or no, this must have been a handball in the box, so it will be a penalty kick here for Western Michigan. Grace Labadie will take the PK and a chance to take a 3-0 lead early in the second half. The foul call in the box, and Labadie will take the PK. She scores! Right past Kelly. Grace Labadie goes to the right, And the PK goal gives Western Michigan a 3-0 lead just about 3 minutes into this second half.
Bronco goal scored by number 14, her first of the season, Grace Labadie.
And that is Grace Labadie's first goal of the season. Last year, she led the team with 5. Now, Grace Labadie does have 6 assists on the season, so she's certainly been contributing quite a bit offensively, but now has her first goal of 2018, and it's 3-0 Broncos. Here's Caridi. Buffalo looking for a quick response. Now Judas loses possession out of bounds. An offensive explosion for Western Michigan against a Buffalo team that had been one of the best in the MAC defensively. Be a goal kick for Western Michigan. Coming into today's game, Buffalo had allowed just 5 goals on the season. That's in 8 games. The Broncos already with 3 here today and still 40 minutes left to play. Here's Yurchek. Now ahead for Caridi. Caridi on the left side of the box. Defended by Dobbs. Out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for Buffalo. The Bulls were second in the MAC in goals against average at 0.62. But now already 3 allowed here. Jandu will take the corner. High into the box. Initially played out by the Broncos and cleared further out of danger by Hannah Kahn. Now Bramble with it for Jandu. Played out of danger by Labadie. Now it's Judas trying to avoid the sideline. They'll say she did step out of bounds. Throw in here for the Broncos. Otteson heads it forward. Now Otteson looking for Burke. Stolen away by Buffalo. Catrona for Caridi. Now on the right side, it's Judas. Judas defended tightly by Sugiyama. Now this header right into the hands of Hannah Sargent. Just over 6 minutes have passed here in the second half. Western Michigan with a 3-0 lead now after the goal on the penalty kick by Grace Labadie to start off this second half. Played down the field. Oh, collision there as McCartney went down. .38 minutes left in the second half, 3-0. Western Michigan with a commanding lead over a Buffalo team that had been perhaps the hottest team in the MAC, 7 straight wins. And as I mentioned, coming into today's game, they had allowed just 5 goals on the season, already 3 for the Broncos. Here's Bramble on the left side. Battle between Bramble and Kahn. They will say that was last touch by Bramble, throw-in for Western Michigan. Looking upfield for Kahn, and this ends up in the hands of Emily Kelly. Callahan with it near midfield. Played back for Tess Ford. Ford looking down the field for Caridi. Now Judas on the right side. Judas going for Caridi near the corner. And a nice job defensively there by Jane Labadie to keep Caridi away from that ball. Goal kick for Western Michigan. 8.5 minutes have passed in the second half. The third goal of the afternoon scored by Grace Labadie. 3 minutes and 8 seconds into the second half at 48:08. After the foul in the box by Buffalo created the PK chance. And that was Grace Labadie's first goal of the season. She led the team in goals with 5 last year. As now McKay brings it forward for the Broncos. Now Burke, not able to corral the pass. Some space here for the Bulls. Sliding tackle attempt there as Sugiyama with some physicality. Now it's Caridi, back for Judas. Caridi with space, but Sugiyama able to play it away. Yurchek trying to gain the ball. Now Catrona with some space. Low shot, not much on it there from Carissima Catrona. Catrona leading the MAC in points coming into today. But the Broncos have been able to hold her in check. Booted deep downfield by Sargent. 35 minutes to play. 3-0 Broncos. Alyssa Burke with room. She fires a shot. That's off the post. Burke from deep range there, but she has the ability to score from that area and nearly did as that just hit the right post. As Marcy Barbaric re-enters for Buffalo. Kelly's goal kick down the field, taken by Walsh. Walsh looking ahead for Catrona. Now taken away by Labadie. Back up the field for McKay on the right side, but Jandu making a nice play, showing why she's an all-MAC first-teamer at center back. Burke back with possession. Avoids the tackle attempt. Now out for McKay. McKay with the cross. Played out by Jandu. And ahead for Walsh. Buffalo trying to get something going here offensively. Looking for Catrona. And the Broncos able to quell that attack. Now Judas with a shot well high over the crossbar. Goal kick for Hannah Sargent. Just over 33 minutes left in this one. Western Michigan leads it 3-0. And what has been a very strong performance for head coach Sarah Stanczyk's squad. Stanczyk in her first season here in Kalamazoo came over from DePaul. Hannah Kahn on the run up the left side. And whistled for a foul. Possession awarded to Buffalo. Bramble. Now it's Labadie looking across for McKay. Too much on that pass, and it's back to Buffalo. Walsh looking ahead for Cutrona. Taken back by Western Michigan. Otteson for McKay up the right side. McKay tracks it down near the corner, out of bounds. Throw in here for Buffalo. Hannah Sargent, the goalkeeper for Western Michigan, has 5 shutouts on the season. That leads the MAC. Trying for number 6 today, and it would be very impressive considering the offensive firepower of Buffalo. The Bulls came into the afternoon leading the MAC in goals with 21, and they have been held scoreless thus far. Things relatively even on the stat sheet, though. Western Michigan out shooting Buffalo 10-9, even in shots on goal, 4 apiece. And each team has taken 3 corners on the afternoon. Caitlin Walsh will take the throw in for the Bulls.
16, Carly Zoccali.
As Carly Zoccali will come back on for Buffalo. Now a shot from outside the box, and Sargent makes the save. That one knocked her to the ground, but she's able to hold on. A lot of firepower on that shot. As Gianna Yurchek gave the Bulls one of their better chances of the afternoon. Here's Alyssa Burke. Burke, who scored the first goal of the day for Western Michigan. Just about 6 minutes into the match. So it was a quick start for Western Michigan, and they have not looked back. Out of bounds. Possession awarded to Western Michigan. Looking ahead for Grace Labadie. Labadie will take a quick throw in for Otteson. Otteson back for Labadie. Cross looking for Kahn, and her and Bramble collide. Quite the collision there. And another foul in the box. Costly mistake for Buffalo. And good to see Kahn up and on her feet. A yellow card also issued here to Jandu for arguing the call. That's the second yellow card of the afternoon. Well, Jandu needs to be careful here. Want to avoid getting a red card. But another penalty kick coming here for Grace Labadie. She scored on the first one. That was just over 3 minutes into this second half. So Labadie with another chance. Could be her second goal of the day. Labadie shot. She scores, this time to the left. First time she went to the right. This time to the left. Kelly had no chance, and it's 4-0 Western Michigan. What an afternoon in Kalamazoo for the Western Michigan Broncos, leading 4-0. And now with a 4-goal lead, the Broncos rolling on their way to their second MAC victory of the season. But still nearly 30 minutes left to play in this one, and it is a Buffalo offense that can strike quickly. I mentioned earlier on that the Bulls scored 3 goals in 53 seconds on Friday night against Northern Illinois. And now here's Kahn with a chance up the left side. Kahn into the box. Kahn with the cross. Jandu plays it out, but now Labadie just outside the box. Makes a move with her left foot trying to cross, and Jandu takes it away. This ball out of bounds as Buffalo will have the throw-in. It's now some substitutes coming on. As Hannah Redout will come back on for Western Michigan. And also Savannah Bosworth. And Mairead Martin comes on for the Bulls. Here's Burke down the field. Jandu will play this back to Emily Kelly. So Buffalo had allowed just 5 goals coming into today's game in their entire season of 8 games, and today they have allowed 4 here against Western Michigan with still 27 and a half minutes to play in this one. Bramble with an impressive move there on Bosworth to keep possession. Now Catrona up the right side. And possession will be awarded to Western Michigan. It'll be a free kick for Buffalo, taken by Georgina Jandu. Jandu looking into the box, a chance here, and offsides. Just over 26 minutes left to play in this one, a 4-0 lead for Western Michigan. The Broncos struck early and often. The first goal by Alyssa Burke, 6 minutes into this one. Morgan Otteson scored the second at 16-13. Now this cross, Catrona was near that, but Sargent came flying in to grab it before it could get to the foot of Catrona. And both goals in this second half from Western Michigan off of penalty kicks by Grace Labadie. 2 fouls in the box by Buffalo. Costly mistakes in a game they were already trailing 2-0 at the half. Here's Barbarick. Ahead for Catrona. Beautiful slide tackle to take it away there by Paige Dobbs. But Buffalo will have it on a throw-in. Some more substitutes coming on.
Checking in for Western Michigan, number 11, Lydia Bajema. And for Buffalo, number 17, Megan Simmons, along with number 12, Catherine Camper.
And Buffalo will bring on Catherine Camper as well as Megan Simmons For Western Michigan, Lydia Badgema coming back on as Sargent is able to fall on this ball. Sargent looking for her 6th shutout of the season. Leads the MAC in that category. It's been a well-played match by Hannah Sargent. 5 saves on the afternoon. And at the beginning of the day, it looked like it would be more of a defensive battle, considering especially the 2 goalkeepers, Kelly and Sargent. But Western Michigan has been firing on all cylinders offensively. Buffalo has had no answers. As Tanya Vucinovic comes on for Victoria McCartney.
Michigan, number 28, Tanya Vucinovic. And for Buffalo, number 14, Taylor Caridi.
Here's Alyssa Burke on the right side. Burke for the cross. Otteson. Otteson lost it. Briefly a chance. Now back out of the box. From outside, Kelly makes the jumping save on the shot from Lydia Badgema. But a good opportunity there from the Broncos. Just about halfway through this second half, a 4-0 lead for Western Michigan. A dominant performance thus far from Sarah Stanczyk's team. Stanczyk in her first season. A win today would be the 8th of the year for the Broncos. Last season, Western Michigan had just 10 the entire season. So a very impressive start to the Sarah Stanczyk era here in Kalamazoo. Here's Barbarick. Plays it back for Tess Ford. Now it's Sugiyama. Looking ahead, but Ford will be able to play this. Tess Ford with it for the Bulls. Up ahead for Camper. Camper now for Caridi. Caridi in open space. And taken off the ball. Nice defensive effort there for the Broncos. Sargent down the field and out of bounds. Western Michigan with just 2 losses on the season, both of those coming against Big Ten opponents. Next week for the Broncos, Friday night, they will be on the road at Toledo, and Sunday at Bowling Green. So an Ohio swing next weekend for the Broncos before they come home in a couple of weeks on Thursday and host Miami, Ohio. Labadie was in the area there, but Emily Kelly able to ward her off. Under 20 minutes to play in this one. Caridi plays it back for Simmons. Now Bramble. Coming up for Buffalo next weekend, they will have 2 home games as they'll host Central Michigan on Friday night and Eastern Michigan next Sunday. Very impressive performance from Western Michigan. Mentioned near the top that Buffalo was picked to finish 4th in the MAC. Western Michigan picked to finish 9th in the preseason poll. And the Buffalo Bulls got off to a very hot start this season. 7 straight wins, but that streak almost certainly coming to an end today. And Buffalo had scored 21 goals on the season while allowing just 5. But 4 goals scored by Western Michigan this afternoon with still 18 and a half minutes to play. Bailey Korhorn came back on for Western Michigan. And Adriana Van Kuyk came on for Georgina Jandu. Here's Bosworth. And this is deflected out of bounds. Shot by Redout. Broncos will have a throw-in. That cross, McKay has a shot on the rebound, is deflected high off of Buffalo, out of bounds. A corner here for Western Michigan. The Broncos with a 4-goal lead, but they are not content to stop there. Labadie will take the corner. Grace Labadie with her first 2 goals of the season today with the 2 penalty kicks, both coming in this second half after fouls in the box by Buffalo. Here is the corner. Across. Buffalo trying to play it out of danger, and finally it's into the hands of Emily Kelly, avoiding giving up a 5th goal. Here's Simmons for Camper. That ball went off the eye of Camper. Certainly never the kind of shot you want to take there from close range, the ball right to the eye. And Camper will head to the sideline. And Abby Callahan will come back on for the Bulls.
Checking in for Buffalo, number 13, Abby Callahan.
Sargent will pick this one up, boot it down the field. 16 and a half minutes left to play. And what has been, without a doubt, the best performance of the season from this Western Michigan team. This already the season high in goals for the Broncos. Before today, that had been 3. And to do it against a conference opponent like Buffalo that was picked to finish in the top part of the conference at 4th in the preseason, a statement performance from Western Michigan today. As the Bulls will have a corner now. 15 and a half minutes left, and a 4-goal lead for the Broncos. Jandu will come back on to take this corner. Jandu's corner cleared out. Jandu will collect it. Plays it back for Van Kuyk. Now Walsh with it. Walsh taking off the ball. Now it's Barbaric. Back for Walsh just outside the box. Her shot is right into the hands of Hannah Sargent. Taken away by Jandu. Jandu trying to play it up the field. Near the sideline. Off of Western Michigan. Throw in here for the Bulls. Played out of danger by the Broncos. With a win here today, Western Michigan would improve to 6-0 at home in the 2018 season. Quite the start for first-year head coach Sarah Stancic. Was an assistant at DePaul before coming over here to Western Michigan. During her time at DePaul, the Blue Demons were twice Big East champions. And Coach Stanzik mentored a number of all Big East selections on the defensive side. Now Jandu with the cross. Not enough room for a clean look there for Abby Callahan. As that goes out of bounds, it'll be a goal kick for Hannah Sargent. A quality all-around effort on the offensive side, defensive side for the Broncos today. This Buffalo team came into this afternoon's game leading the MAC in goals with 21. Have been held scoreless thus far. And the Bulls had allowed just 5 goals on the season. Western Michigan already with 4 today. Here's Korhorn with a cross. And a nice look there in the box for Mary Claire Burnett. As Redout goes down to the grass, able to get back up. Now Labadie chipping it ahead. And called for an offsides there. So it's back for Buffalo. Under 12 minutes to play as the Broncos are very close to improving to 2-0 in the MAC and ending a 7-game win streak for Buffalo. Had the Bulls come out with a win today, that would have tied the program record for the longest winning streak. They won 8 straight under Sean Burke in 2014, as now a shot, and Hannah Sargent comes sliding in to stop that one. She wants to preserve this shutout, going for number 6 on the season. An aggressive play there to make the stop.
Subbing in for Buffalo, number 23, Andrea Judas.
Chased down by Paige Dobbs. Now Bramble not able to maintain possession. It'll be a throw in for the Broncos. Well, this was certainly a game where Western Michigan was looking to prove themselves as a contender in the MAC this season, and they have done that today. A Buffalo team that was coming off a dominant performance on the road at Northern Illinois Friday night. They won that game 5-0. But the Broncos have held Buffalo completely in check on the offensive side. Buffalo is leading in shots on goal in this game, 8-7. But subjectively, when looking at the chances, Western Michigan has had quite a few more dangerous chances than Buffalo, and evidenced by the fact that the Broncos have been able to put 4 in the back of the net. Now 2 of those coming on penalty kicks as well. But those fouls were caused by Western Michigan's aggressiveness offensively, putting Buffalo in a position to commit 2 fouls in the box. But now here's a chance, and Judas finally gets one through for Buffalo, and they score their first goal of the day with 9 minutes remaining. And Judas quickly running back to midfield to restart the action. As the Bulls quickly wanted to restart things, as they're able to get on the board. And the sense of urgency really there now for Buffalo, and perhaps a much bigger sense of confidence after finally putting one past Hannah Sargent. So Sargent will not be able to pick up her 6th shutout of the season today after the goal by Judas. That is her first goal of the season. But with 8.5 minutes to play, the Bulls need to be very aggressive here, trailing by 3 goals. Here's Jandu. Foul, possession awarded to Buffalo. Eight minutes to play. Free kick down the field. Just outside the box, taken away by the Broncos. Here's Labadie. Labadie facing a challenge from Judas. Loses possession. Now McKay and Bramble battling. Foul called on McKay. Bramble will restart things. Now a foul called on Western Michigan. This was right near the edge of the box. So it'll be a set piece from just outside of the box for Buffalo, with just over 7 minutes remaining. And all of a sudden, if Buffalo was able to score on this set piece, things could get very interesting. And Jandu will have plenty of room. You would think from this spot, she may just go right for the goal. But there is that wall set up by Western Michigan. Jandu shot. And it's in the back of the net, off the hand of Sargent in the upper 90, and all of a sudden, it's 4-2. What a shot by Jandu. And all of a sudden, a 4-goal lead is cut to 2 with 6:45 to play. That's the 2nd goal of the season for Georgina Jandu, who was first team All-MAC last year, the center back, her specialty being set pieces, often racking up assists, but there she picks up the goal that was initially on the hand of Sargent, but then wound up in the back of the net, and with the deficit being cut to 2, the Broncos bring Hannah Kahn and Morgan Otteson back onto the field, along with Alyssa Burke. A number of the starters coming back on for the Broncos to ensure that they will hold on to this victory. They led this game 4-0, but 2 goals by Buffalo in less than 3 minutes. Here's Sugiyama up the left side. Out of bounds, a throw in for the Broncos with just about 6 minutes to play. In for Kahn. Now Sugiyama with it. Sugiyama near the end line. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Broncos. Goal kick for Emily Kelly. Here's Alyssa Burke. McCartney. Now for McKay, who will take the throw in. Burke just outside the box, loses it. Barbarick bringing it up the field, looking for Cutrona. And McCartney will just kick this ball out of bounds. The throw-in into Cutrona. Cutrona trying to cross in, cleared out by the Broncos. Now Bramble with it. Across for Ford. Now Megan Simmons. Simmons up ahead for Judas, who scored the first goal for Buffalo. Judas with a cross in, and Sargent makes the catch there. 4.5 minutes to play, 4-2 Broncos. They led it 4-0, but Buffalo has scored 2 goals since after the 80th minute. The first one by Judas, and the second by Jandu off of a set piece. Here's Cutrona. Now Jandu. Taken away by the Broncos. Paige Dobbs. For Sugiyama, she loses possession. Quick throw in here for Buffalo. Whistle blows. Substitutions being made. Simmons will throw it in. Sugiyama just kicks that ball out of bounds. Under 3.5 to play. Throw in near the corner here by Simmons. Into Cutrona. Cutrona stuck near the corner, trying to get that corner kick, but Kahn able to take it away. Now Ford. Lofted high out of bounds by Kahn. We're under 3 minutes now. 2-goal lead for the Broncos. Now Cutrona. She's brought down. Foul is called just outside the box. Another set piece here for Buffalo. And Jandu will set it up quickly, 2.5 minutes to play. Jandu's cross in. And this is kicked out of bounds. They'll say it was last touched by Western Michigan. Corner kick coming here for Buffalo. Jandu will take it. 2:15 to play. Jandu with a low corner. Cleared out of danger by McKay. And Emily Kelly well outside of the box now with the 2-goal deficit. And here could be a chance for the Broncos. Here comes Otteson. Otteson up the left side. They had Kelly out of position. But a nice recovery there by Judas to take it away from Otteson, and then Kelly will play it out of danger. 1:40 left. Sugiyama for Kahn. Kahn on the left sideline. And Kahn content to just take up some time here with that 2-goal lead. Now Simmons with it. Back for Ford. Ford for Bramble now. The Bulls need to find a way to get down the field quickly. Just over a minute to play here at the WMU Soccer Complex. A 4-2 lead for Western Michigan that at one point was 4-0 as the Broncos just kicked this ball out of bounds. Throw in for Buffalo, under a minute to play. Out of 45 seconds. Cutrona trying to get to this ball. They'll say that it was last touched by Western Michigan. It'll be a corner for Buffalo with 30 seconds left. Time running out for the Bulls. Now down to 25. Jandu's corner is low, cleared out with 15 seconds to play. One last attempt near the box. Now down to 10 seconds. This will go to Hannah Sargent, and she can just run out the final 5 seconds of the clock. And Western Michigan with a 4-2 victory over the Buffalo Bulls. They improved to 2-0 in the MAC, 6-0 at home, and 8-2 overall. Buffalo will fall to 7-2 and 1-1 in the MAC. A tremendous performance by Western Michigan. 2 goals by Grace Labadie, both on penalty kicks. Morgan Otteson with a goal, as well as Alyssa Burke scoring the first goal for Buffalo. Andrea Judas scored, as well as Georgina Jandu, but not enough for the Bulls as their 7-game win streak comes to an end. Once again, the final here from the WMU Soccer Complex, Western Michigan 4 and Buffalo 2. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Connor Klingen. This has been a presentation of Bronco Productions.